What up, guys? Welcome to Talkin with Tonka, episode 10, live at Wicked Wolf here in Philadelphia, new hotspot. Yeah, got a little bit of a crowd here.
You're live on property.
Yeah, I know, right? So for people that aren't here for the podcast, you're going to be listening to a podcast for a little bit. I'm DJ Tonka, this is DJ9. We got
Hello.
DJ Smooth over here.
What up?
Feel free to tip your bartenders and all that stuff, your waitresses. We got $8 Tonka teas, half-price apps.
You want to explain to people that don't know what a Tonka tea is?
Oh, so a Tonka tea is a black cherry stateside vodka seltzer with a Surfside. It's delicious.
So you have to buy 2 drinks to get one.
Yeah, no, it's on special. It's on special.
Oh, okay.
Technically on special today. You order it another day.
We got Jules and Talia.
Yeah. Okay. They gave us the good bartenders tonight. Love that.
Oh, no.
So this is the first episode that we're having a co-host, which is cool. My best friend DJ9.
I'll do my best.
Yeah.
Wow.
A little hot.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Deep voice.
Hey, Scooter, want to turn that mic down the speaker down for us? Thanks. Shout out to DJ Scooter. That was a surprise visit. I didn't think he was coming. So today's guest is another good friend, buddy of ours, DJ Smooth. What's up, man?
Not too much. Long Tuesday today, but
Yeah.
we're here.
Yeah. How was your day? Good?
Today was good. I went to meet with some of the shore accounts. So
Oh, nice. So you were down the shore and back just
Yep.
to do this. I love that.
Got
You
back
sound
around
like
5.
You sound like 9. You're like across the country and it comes back to do something.
The summer days are around the corner,
Oh,
man. How
man.
freaking crazy is that?
Oh my God. It's
we're like 2 months away.
literally. I think I saw something the other day. It was what? 25 days to June.
No, we have like 2 months to Memorial Day already.
Yeah, it's like 50 or 60 days.
Yeah, it's crazy. And then me and Smooth got a shore house this year. I don't think 9 will ever see it, but
I have a few OD dates I locked up. Montone, what's
go.
up? Do you hear me?
Yeah.
I'll be at the OD again a couple times.
shout out to DJ Montone. He's in the
Yeah.
audience right now. You gonna be back on Sundays at the OD? Yeah,
Hell
nice.
yeah.
So Sundays at the OD or house and OD for me and Smooth, I guess.
I mean, Sundays are that's like the best day down the shore. I
Yeah,
feel like.
facts. Yeah.
Sunday fun day with LeCompte.
Yeah, so I never was real big into Sea Isle.
I wasn't either until
Yeah.
I played the OD. I went there a few times, like in my 20s, randomly, because a friend had a house down there, but I never knew what it was.
Yeah.
I never really party until I actually started DJing.
We
there.
literally would go there, work, and come home.
Oh yeah, that was the worst.
Literally.
OD's the only place I actually like kind of sacrificed my liver and didn't touch any drinks really.
Yeah, yeah. And then
Really proud of myself.
You're behind the bar too, so it's a little bit. It's like tempting.
Dude, the self-control I had was amazing.
how was your dry January?
I don't remember.
So it's so funny. So I was always working and leaving. I would never stay in Sea Isle to hang out or anything like
Right,
that.
same.
So I started hanging out with this handsome gentleman over here. He brought me down to Sea Isle once. Look at him looking around. He's like, oh, is he pointing at me? So he invited me down. My first Sunday down the shore. I'd never been down there to party and stuff. Or House Sundays was one of the funnest Sundays I had all summer last year.
We did Deauville.
Oh,
and
yeah, right,
then
right,
Warehouse.
right,
But
yeah.
It was, I think, like being down the shore is just a completely different vibe once summer hits. We still spend some time in Philly, obviously, but it's just like a different animal down there.
Yeah.
Especially since we'll be working a lot this summer.
Yeah, for sure.
It kind of changes the game for us just staying there.
Yeah. So were you a big shore kid growing up?
I've been going to Sea Isle since I was like 21, but I always, like you guys, I would just drive home, and then when I started to like fall asleep on my drive home,
Bro.
that was when I was like, I need to just rent a house for the summer.
Right.
So then, like
That-
4 years ago, I started renting with Ryan.
That was literally my life. I would start drinking my energy drink at like 1:45 just so I could get home. It was unreal.
For me, the one year I started doing the OD, I would do Bally's Beach Bar first, and then drive to Sea Isle, do that. That's like an 8-hour shift with the cover bands and everything. And then I would drive all the way home. So I left my house at 9 in the morning to get home at 4:30 after that when all was said and done. So I did that until COVID. And then when I started touring with Paulie last year, the OD hit me up for my Saturdays, or every other Saturday I was doing. And I was like, I can't do it based off the schedule.
Right.
And then literally 3 days ago, I got a call from the owner, the guy that booked me, up Pomponio, and the sound tech. I all got a FaceTime, a text message, and a call. They were like, "We'll see you this summer," and I was like, "I got to try to make this work.
Yeah.
I don't want to skip another season."
Yeah,
So.
no, it's so much fun down there. It's like
Yeah.
a different animal, man.
And especially with all the bands too, like you kind of just play band breaks too.
Oh,
so
yeah.
it's a lot more.
Oh, dude, the 30-minute
chill,
sets
too.
that you have in between, I go off.
That's what sucks about Shenanigans. It's a 5-hour straight set, no breaks.
I mean, I would still have fun with that, though.
Look, I'm just saying it's not as easy as that gig, as I'm saying.
Yeah,
Like it's like
right.
a marathon, and when you get in
Yeah.
there on a Saturday, for people that go to Seattle, it's like Disney Happy Hour, which people love. I think it's the stupidest thing ever, but
Yeah.
people love it. And then when first song you play, it's not a Disney song, you get booed.
That's insane.
know, right? So I started playing like that Lion King anthem, and it goes in that house beat. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, that's actually a great way to transition.
Literally, it's the only way to translate. Actually, Jimmy Six will probably throw on the YMCA or something.
I thought nine
up,
definitely
Jimmy?
started that back up.
Oh yeah, 1,000%.
I don't know if I hate it or love
I'll
it.
argue anyone that tries to.
He
say
did
no
it.
Otherwise.
He did it the clinching game at the NLDS. Remember?
I
got
mean,
video of it. 46,000 people doing it.
I'd always play that at Vesper. I always played it at Vesper. I played it for
really
years.
seen a bad reaction to it.
No, I mean, you just got to want to say, screw it. I know it's a corny song to most of us,
A
but
lot
whatever.
of the old music is coming back though.
That's
Thank
the
you,
beauty of it.
TikTok. Thank you,
ABBA,
TikTok.
there's like 3 songs now that.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you, TikTok and DJ Scooter.
Dancing Queen turned into like a pee break song.
Oh, dude, that's my go-to pee break song or Pop That. It's
Fair.
like 6 minutes.
Fair.
So, DJ Smooth, man, I feel like you're taking over Philadelphia. You got any input on that?
Well, I definitely appreciate the compliment. But yeah, I mean, over the last couple months, we've taken over some accounts. Definitely couldn't do it without the guys that we have on our team. But I think there's a familiarity
Arity.
with a lot of the guys that are working with us. So
Yeah.
we've kind of made it where, and no one's exclusive, but there's a lot of guys that, are talented, and we've brought on some new DJs recently.
Yeah.
And I mean, this is obviously one of our favorite accounts, Wicked Wolf.
Yeah, for sure. It's a new hotspot in Philly.
Madness on the weekends.
For sure. Yeah, it's my first gig here is Friday. I can't wait.
So, and incorporating all the brunches has been cool. We're trying to build some. I know Eddie's been doing a lot of the Thursdays here, so.
Yeah. I think I've only been able to be here on like a Thursday or a Sunday. I've never been here on a Friday or Saturday.
What's cool for most people is that being here and everyone loving it. There's one in Hoboken that is insane that nobody's probably ever stepped foot in,
And
which is like, you go in.
It's a different layout too.
Oh my goodness.
Because this is a very unique space for Philly. There's upstairs, you got the side room.
Yeah.
And then obviously right here. But I think Wicked Wolf in Hoboken's more of like one space. It's one room.
Oh yeah, it's a small room. It's a very small room, but doesn't matter. It's still lit.
What did I find astonishing is like when I see like videos of you guys playing here on Friday and Saturday is how many people they can fit in this one area right here.
Oh yeah.
Everybody wants to be right here.
I feel like we could probably fit 300 people down here maybe in this room.
That's unreal, man.
Yeah.
So I know I'm obviously one of your friends, so I know you a long time. But like from DJing at like college and stuff, and like these little rooms, and then playing in big rooms like that, like this, and for the Phillies too. What's that like for you as a progression as a DJ? How's it feel?
It's a great feeling. I mean, it's no secret. I've worked hard, but I think being able to play in these large rooms, and obviously the Phillies. Shout out to Eddie for the opportunity, but being able to showcase my talent and my hard work to a large group of people definitely feels great. But just continue to keep putting the work in, and good things are happening.
Yeah, you can't stop. I guess now is like you're on top of the world right now. Where else does it go but up?
Well, I think what's also cool, even working with you, even as a DJ too, not only just knowing you as a friend, is starting to work with other DJs I didn't think I'd ever even cross paths with. Quiggs, shout out to Quiggs, you're here. Nader, I've always known for the longest time. We have a nice little fun backstory from years ago, us tweeting at each other.
I met him at Beach Bar with you when me and you did that one random Sunday down there.
So it's cool to kind of like join forces.
Yeah, and I think especially in Philly, like we're bringing a lot of the talented people together, which is always a good thing to collaborate with other DJs.
Sure.
So, we have a great team, and we're continuing to add people like as the days go on. So.
Yeah, it's crazy too. It's like it's amazing in this business who you can meet too. Like you never think that, like we have a mutual friend, DJ Demand. He does weddings, but you wouldn't think to like turn to him to be like a scratch DJ. He's like amazing at it.
And it's a whole community, even like just Tri-State as a whole. I feel like there's so many talented guys, that are playing between Maryland and
Merlin.
Merlin.
We had this conversation yesterday. Remember?
Eddie said that we can't say the D, right?
Is that before I fell asleep? Yeah, Marlin.
Yeah. It was
Well, he
before
said
fell asleep.
so Marlton, New Jersey is where it started, but but he said Marlton, and that's how I say it.
Yeah.
Because I'm from Burlington, but we used to say Burlton.
Burlton.
And it throws everyone off. Ray still argues with me about it. She's like, "You're weird for saying it like that."
You said Maryland yesterday.
Maryland, yeah.
Oh my
I say
gosh.
Maryland.
It's before I fell asleep.
Yeah, definitely. He was passed out yesterday. But I'm actually gonna direct that same question to you, like from playing at Rutgers, and then now opening up for Paulie in these big, humongous crowds.
Yeah.
What's that progression feel like for you?
Oh my goodness. I mean, I'm ready for it. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like, been DJing 17 years. I've talked about this obviously, but I've always seen Paulie shows and been to them many times to be like, I want to be involved in that.
Yeah.
If it's not me on the billboards, besides him, I wanted to be with him. So when I actually got the chance to do it, like I was ready to go. Like I knew how the layout went. I knew how his parties are like.
Yeah.
So like I went into it like that. There was
for sure.
no nervousness. I like the big crowd stuff. That's what I always wanted to play for.
Yeah, it's unreal.
It's I'm more comfortable with larger crowds than I am with smaller.
So what's it like though? Like playing it like somewhere that I would only dream of playing, like Hakkasan.
I mean, they're not there for me. But
No, I know that doesn't. I'm just saying the
but that
experience.
changes the dynamic of it. So like it's much easier for me because
there's no
they're
pressure.
they're ready for Paulie to come out.
Yeah.
So I can't really go wrong because he's not out yet.
Well, as soon as you come out with his computer, they're hyped.
Sure.
I remember at the pool.
As soon as I open up his laptop and they see his name on the laptop skin, everyone goes nuts.
You would think Paulie dyed his hair and got a haircut.
Well, what's funny is that he gets tagged when I play my first song off of his laptop. Sometimes some people do think that it's him, and they'll tag him, and it's
that
me,
far away,
and it's me DJing. and he'll repost it. I'm like, dude, like you didn't play that, like that was me.
That's funny.
But
How far are they standing?
some people are oblivious. Some people just maybe are there for the hype. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know what the case may be, but it's awesome.
For sure.
What odd things can you say about it? It's
How long do you think he could realistically DJ for? I feel like
forever.
He's been in his prime for like 20 years.
He made a joke not too long ago. We were waiting to board our plane, and we were talking about how old Tiesto was. And we looked it up. I think it was like he's in his 50s.
Okay.
And I'm like, damn. He's like, oh yeah, God bless him. I'm like, yeah, that's gonna be me one day, or that's gonna be me at that age. He's like, yep, me too. I'm like, yes.
Paulie's just in his 40s?
He's 42.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, he's that much older than us?
Oh yeah.
Well, I shouldn't say that much. I'm gonna be 40 this year.
Yeah.
Never mind.
But
Say
if
what,
I can,
like 2 years older than you?
Yeah, I guess, well, 3, 2.5. You know what I mean? What are you, like 26?
30.
What do you say? All right. So with from developing your Smooth event group now, which was Smooth Entertainment.
Yep.
How was that progression for you, going from just booking weddings and now you're booking nightlife, private events, and even more now? I feel like as soon as you changed your name, it erupted.
Yeah, and it's definitely been a challenge. I think like not saying yes to everything is super helpful, obviously too, because we've gotten a lot of inquiries from different places.
I remember the one Smooth event group meeting we had. You said you had 200 inquiries just sitting there because you didn't have the guys like
liar.
I know.
Nah,
I felt like
it
a
was
lie.
like 30 or 40, but yeah, I
Wow.
mean, we got probably 25 to 30 wedding inquiries a week.
Now, is that organic or is that from like the Wedding Wire? Or?
Website, Wedding Wire, Google. We got a lot
Yeah.
of stuff organically.
Wow.
But the transformation has definitely been super quick.
Yeah.
But I do think that it's all timing too. Like I think obviously Wicked Wolf opened in December, so that was helpful. But I think there's a lot of competition in the city, good competition.
Was this your first nightlife account?
No.
No. Okay.
We had some stuff at Steam before.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Okay. So how is that side of it for you, like being a DJ and like having to book guys? Do you ever like, I don't know, feel bad if you can't like spread the love like you want to, or?
I try to be fair, but also we're not going to diminish the quality of our company. There's a lot of talented guys, but I try to fill the shifts appropriately for who's a fit for certain rooms. So
Yeah, for sure.
I try to tell our guys not to take it personal, because they're obviously with availability and all. I try to fill our schedules first.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, there's always going to be people that are, I'm not going to call it salty because it's not. That's not the right word for it. I think everyone wants opportunities, so I'm happy to bring on talented
we all been
guys.
There.
Yeah,
we all been there.
But there's a lot for example, Kev, Quiggs, Nate. They're all younger guys coming up in the scene, and they can play. So it's good to see that there's younger guys working on their craft.
Sure.
We got even Jimmy over there.
Shout out to Kurt, man. Kurt's come a long way.
There's a ton of newer guys that.
Kurt's been around for a minute though.
Yeah, but his skill set is what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Not Montone. Forget about him.
When it comes down to it, though, I think eventually there's going to be, and there is right now, there's plenty of business for everyone.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Everyone can eat and work.
That's what. Now with the summer coming up, everybody's going to eat.
Well, literally. I think things are getting spread evenly because you're involved in many more accounts.
Right.
I think it's very, for lack of a better term, segregated or teamed up so much.
Yeah, for sure.
I think the right things are falling into place. And it's kind of like your job to kind of finagle that.
Yeah, and I
think you're the right person to do it.
Right, but I want everyone to succeed. And
sure.
I'm not. The ego thing kind of goes out the window because to me, when you put a solid DJ in an account on a certain night, if they do well, it reflects back on me anyway.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure.
And even on your wedding business too. So say if they want smooth, but you're booked somewhere else, and you put a guy in that you think is going to play like you.
Right.
So you're hoping that he. The reviews are positive and everything, just like when you would play.
Sure, and the wedding stuff, it's definitely difficult to manage both because now a lot of our guys are getting taken for a lot of the nightlife shifts. So we got to keep the wedding stuff quality as well.
Yeah, so
we can't diminish that.
I told him that I wanted to be an MC for his entertainment company. You know what I mean? Not just a DJ, because I love obviously talking. That's like a big passion of mine. So I'm actually doing a wedding with him on the 5th, and I was like, of May, and I was like, yeah, I'm definitely down to MC. You know what I mean?
Some people are afraid to do it.
Oh no,
yeah, I'm not. It's not like my priority or a specialty. I would say I can do it, but Tonka, Mike, Bill, actually, all these guys, they've MC'd for their whole entire
I think you
life.
MC'd for me once.
Yeah, I've done it.
Yeah,
I can do
for
it.
sure.
I
think I remember.
You know me, I'm super dry, so it's...
You're... Never mind. So is that something you might want to go into, booking talent, besides,
I mean, the Phillies is enough for me right now, and that was the first step.
Well, I mean, as a progression, as you get older...
Sure, yeah, I would if I was in a position to be able to do so. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Is it something I'm striving for? No, but if it falls into place, I'm not going to give it to somebody else. I'll take care of it.
Yeah, for sure.
But...
Is there anything you are striving for the next 5 years? You think about this, because this is coming to you.
Yeah, I feel like we had this conversation. It was just it's been so weird how you don't know how to tell other people where you're going to be in 5 years, but it seems like every year, we were talking about this,
right.
Every year seems to progress for each other.
Yeah.
As long as you kind of keep it moving and don't fall complacent. And that's what I've always done. I'm more busier now than I ever was last year, the year before, the year before that. So
I feel like that as a common thing. It's as we get older and get more experienced and get in these spots more and more, I'm doing doubles and triples sometimes.
Sure.
It's crazy. So
yeah,
I'm going to move that question to you now. So where do you see not just Austin DJ Smooth, but Smooth Event Group in the next 5 years?
So I think for myself, and I'm starting to do it now, but I want to travel at least once a month. I like. The Florida connection's been cool.
Yeah.
Going to Tampa.
Shout out to 5 Day.
Tampa's been cool. I'm going to do DC. Well, I just did DC, but I'm doing Dewey this summer.
Yeah. Scooter, what up?
Shout out to Scooter. And then, just kind of cycling the tri-state and even the East Coast. I'm not really on the West Coast much yet, but I'd like to continue to do Florida. And then as far as the company goes, I just want to contain the consistency of our guys and all the accounts that we have, and obviously try to be fair with, because not just Philly, but nightlife in general. Of course, everyone wants us to be there every night, and all the top guys.
That's a good problem to have, though.
Right.
Yeah.
And I feel like we do a good job of it, but trying to, for example, playing on the same street or playing, in the center city, there's plenty of bars, and I feel like there's a lot of competition. So trying to manage expectations is a big part of it.
So here's a question for you. So Wicked Wolf has a spot in Hoboken, right? So would you ever want to book for a company that has places across the country?
Of course. Yeah, I think nationally it would be great. We're working on some stuff now, but nothing's really finalized.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I know that the Wicked Wolf, and a lot of their restaurants and bars, like they're expanding. I know they're opening places in other states.
Yeah, it was cool to see your post the other day. You're like, I'm looking to DJ in like these cities, like coming up this summer, and it was like, man, I really wish I could do that too. And then I looked through, I was like, well, I'm playing 3 out of those 5 that you mentioned. I was like, oh, that's, I don't really count like going to OCMD or Dewey, like really traveling, but it kind of is.
It's 3 hours away.
Yeah.
I took the ferry last summer. It was perfect.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
You could take it from Cape May. So
It sucks to
you
book.
drive from Sea Isle and then you just come right back.
Scooter booked me the weekend before we get our house. Okay. So I can't ferry over when I'm done.
Still, hands down, last summer, despite all the poly shows and all in the summer, all the pool parties, Dewey Beach was my favorite night.
Yeah,
I
really?
had all summer.
I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm definitely not going to play one of the graveyard songs.
The owner looks literally like Jon Snow.
Oh, really?
Identical.
No way. All right. Scooter didn't let me in on
Yeah.
that.
Kind of looks like Scooter too.
Yeah, really?
A little bit.
So it's kind of cool doing this live show because we're looking around and we see people. Shout out to Sean Brace. He just came in. He's going to be on the next hour. Hey, what's up, man? How are you?
I haven't seen you in so long,
I
my
know,
friend.
right? So it's cool to like we can kind of interact with the people.
And
here.
it is a Tuesday, so shout out to everybody that came out to
Yeah,
support.
for sure.
Appreciate
Thank you,
it.
guys.
Yes.
It means a lot. Thank you so much. Give yourselves a round of applause. So my lovely assistant Grizz is going to be walking around with some papers for you guys to fill out if you have any questions for us, or you want to, a question pointed at Austin that maybe you don't know about him.
They could be funny since we all kind of know each other.
It can also be a topic that you would like to hear us talk about. And then for the next episode 11, we're going to bring Sean Brace on. We're going to do a Philadelphia sports roundtable. So that think about that when you're putting the questions and topics and all together, because we still have another hour and a half to talk. Yeah. So I'll direct that to another question to you, Nine. I know you're my co-host and everything, but this is kind of he's named 5 cities that he wants to travel to. You travel to all these other cities with Paulie. Is there any that you could see yourself playing in the future?
Yeah, there's been some talks of me kind of like going out on my own to some of the places that he's already played at. Mm-hmm. A lot of the what's so-called they're pretty much called buyers that book Paulie. They do other venues as well in the country. So you get to see you start seeing the same people that are there to represent him, and you become friends with them and yada yada. So like there's some things in the works of me kind of doing like a little mini 9 tour.
I would love that, man. That'd be cool.
9 cities in 9 days.
Yeah, oh gosh,
that'd be sick.
I do that already with him. but things like that kind of.
The 9 city tour.
Xfinity Live's always been cool with doing like Power Plant in Baltimore, and Kansas City has KC Live. Yep. For those who have never been the KC Live, the Xfinity Live in Missouri, we're pretty much outside the Chief Stadium, is unbelievable. It's gigantic.
Is that the one where he played and it was like the whole middle was open with the other bars were around the inside?
Yeah, it's pretty much like Xfinity Live inside with all the bars on each corner, but they all go down one street.
That's a whole street.
Cool. It's the length of a street.
Oh, snap.
It's like 6,000 people. It's unbelievable.
So could you see yourself opening up for like a Paulie D kind of guy?
Anybody,
I already did, but yeah.
No, I mean like being his road tech, like kind of like.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I feel like you get to experience. The travel part's fun. It's a lot. Like I know.
I know it's probably fun for you in the beginning. Now you probably
beginning. But yeah, I think from a logistical standpoint, like Eddie's probably meeting a lot of people. He's learning a lot. Being able to hang out with Paulie is probably cool too. So
sure, yeah.
Yeah, well, I guess it's probably beneficial that you had a relationship with him in the beginning.
Yeah, it wasn't like there was an ad in the paper for this job.
Can you imagine? There's a tryout.
Be a lot of applications.
Yeah, right.
No, I joke about being tired and stuff like that, but I mean, I wouldn't change it. I chose. I didn't have to do the job. You know what I mean? I chose to, because I've told another podcast, especially with Kev. Shout out to Kev on the Loft. I got the Phillies call the day before Paulie called me.
I remember that.
So I was either going to do every single Phillies game or go on tour with him. So I was like, let me try to do both, and that's where the team got developed.
We all joke about when Nye called me with that. I quit my day job and said, "Oh, I'm going back to being a DJ again."
Full benefits.
Yeah.
No, I'm just going to be a Phillies DJ for half the season.
Yeah, screw it. Who cares? So as we're sitting here, I know yours is finished. Mine's Smooth is finished. I'm sipping on.
It's like my third one.
Yeah, is it? Chris, can we get a Tonka tea refill? Can we do that? So everybody knows I love my Tonka teas, right? But Smooth, do you want to mention about anything you got in the works?
First of all, does everybody know this that's actually present in the building right now?
No. This is
wow.
This is a Talkin with Tonka episode 10 exclusive.
This is an exclusive.
So
That's another reason why we waited to have him on as well.
I'm not gonna like spill the beans because I want it to be a surprise, but I'm working on coming out with my own drink with the company, and it'll be by Memorial Day weekend. I'll kind of just leave it at that.
Okay.
But I'm super excited about it, and it's something that I think will be another promotional tool, and something that actually tastes really good as well. So
I love that, man, because there's nothing like a nice, tasty beverage Memorial Day weekend, refreshing, and you know what I'm saying. Like now we have that big bay just to float around and drink.
Is there anything like developed, like the actual glassware or can or whatever?
The can's done. I have the design, so.
That's why I wanted to ask you.
Yep.
No, I wanted to do the design. You don't do enough?
No. It's because I already knew. I didn't know if he was going to tell everybody. The can's actually already made.
Yeah, the can's done.
Love that, man.
The
That's
ingredients
so
are done, so I just have to.
So once, because I'm close with Smooth, so he told me this like months ago. So I was like, Stateside makes me make it myself when I do their events. They make it, the bartenders here are making them, right? So I approached him. I was like, let's bottle this, man. It's obviously working. It's selling. They told me I need to sell 1 million cans pre-sale. Give me the most unachievable feat. So if you guys, everybody gets 1,000 people, they keep adding them up. Maybe I can sell them that many. Can you imagine though? Like we both have our own drink for the summer.
It'd be great.
That'd be amazing.
It'll happen.
So you were one of the DJs for the Philadelphia Phillies group this year. How was that experience for you this whole season?
It was good. I mean, I think like when people come up to you at the stadium, and I'm grateful because it's a super cool gig.
Yeah.
But being able to DJ for the Phillies, especially them making the World Series, like that was
My goodness.
something I've always dreamed of doing. So being able to be in the ballpark with 40,000 people, it's cool.
Yeah, because St. Patty's Day is like a couple days away. You think we were a lucky charm for them? Or what?
That's what I said.
I mean,
I said it on
they've
Fox.
said,
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
I think just the overall vibe in the ballpark was a lot
dude,
better because they just had an iPod playing.
Yeah, so they're installing 26 subwoofers. They had no subwoofers before. So you can imagine Booyah going off with some subs.
I think our only bad feedback from fans was the fact that they didn't realize that we weren't doing the walk-up music for the players.
That was tough. Yeah.
That wasn't our job. So
I remembered a few times when I was playing like a high-energy house song and they would go into like a country song and people turn around and look at me.
Yeah, I know.
Because some of the walk-up songs are a little cringy.
Oh, and that's
of course.
And that's what I hope that we can have a little maybe a little programming thing. Just
They like what
because-
they like, though. Those players.
I know, but if say a Bryce is coming up and he has like a lame country song, can we just play like a Morgan Wallen remix from Scooter? So it's like at least like a country
That's
transition.
true.
Bryce is a little more important than we are. So.
Yeah, I guess.
Who changed their song all the time? What, Castellanos?
Yeah. Castellanos.
Bryce has a different song for every at bat. I think he's got 4.
Yeah, he has Nelly Ride With Me. He's so white. Like, that was his hip-hop version of, playing something that, everybody else did.
Who's the one, Bryson Stott, that's like super catchy? Forget,
Well, now you're gonna put me on
Live
the-
in this big blue world.
Yep.
Who was that?
Yeah. Well, Alec
A-OK?
Boehm had a
I
good
think
one.
that's Stott. His was always catchy. People were singing.
Yeah, everyone sang that.
So-
Yeah,
Alec Boehm's.
Do you guys think it'll be like sold out a lot more this year? I would hope so.
I think so. Yeah,
I think
yeah.
standing room for opening day weekend is like $300.
I mean, that's always lit though too. I mean,
And I think
Opening day is always
the
gonna
3 of us are all opening weekend. Right?
yeah. Yep. 6, 8, 9.
Yeah.
No pun. You should have played on 9. You should have played on the 9th, April 9th. So
That's actually Easter this year.
oh wow.
I think what's also awesome too is that since the organization as a whole was so skeptic of having Fanavision hire DJs, that it was so successful. Now we went to that meeting or that first meetup since this World Series, and we had all you would assume that we were on the field the way they treated us. They had such nice things to say.
They've been super easy to work with too, and transparent. It's been a good experience overall.
Yeah.
And that's what I was a little nervous about because it's like going into a new job, right? So you're talking to all these new people and
Corporate.
everything. And yeah, it's
Very
corporate as
corporate.
shit, man. So it's like, like when we went to the first thing, I was like, what do I wear? I was like, so I just wore golf clothes.
Hell, I got the first call, and I told you to come to my first show, first game.
Yep. And then that was like a whole thing too about taking pictures too. We had to make sure there was no players in the background and stuff like that. And that was like a whole thing. But that was like definitely the coolest experience of my life.
I think the moment when I thought like how grateful I was to be a part of it was when the first World Series game when there was like 500 reporters on the field.
Oh my gosh,
so
yeah.
cool, man.
Me and Scooter got
we were
interviewed
doing
by him.
batting practice, and there was like
There were
there
so
were literally
much.
500 people on the field.
There were so many reporters from all different, like, they had like Korean stations, Spanish stations. It was so many people. You couldn't even see the players doing batting practice.
I mean,
There were so many people.
it is.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
It's a Super Bowl of. I mean, obviously,
Yep.
baseball's a 7-game series.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
It was cool to see.
I loved how they moved this over to the home side too. And you got to sit on the dugout for that one picture.
Yep.
I was like kind of jealous of that. I never thought about doing that.
Yeah.
I didn't think
I
they
thought it
would
was
let
going to
us.
fall through.
Is that a fat joke?
That's hysterical.
Is that funny, Shields?
Yeah, Shields. Is that funny? I don't even see Shields. Where is he at? Oh, there he is.
He's hiding.
He's hiding. He's a hider. He was doing that yesterday too. When we came over, he was hiding.
He had a long weekend.
Yeah, he's good. But as soon as we go out to eat, he's like, "Bring me back a milkshake."
Tough life.
Yeah, it's all tough love for Shields. He needs it.
It's a tough life.
Yeah, for sure. So you were doing a day job and balancing everything. So when Smooth Event Group, I know me and you had a discussion with it. Was that hard for you to like really like break apart from that?
No, I tried doing it.
Yeah, I
like a
remember.
month before COVID hit.
Yeah.
And then, obviously, I had to get another job because
We weren't making any money.
there was no work. But yeah, I mean, I've always wanted to do it full time. So I think just kind of being motivated and just going for it, it's made a big difference. So I don't miss the day job at all.
Yeah.
That was, that was like the
Neither
weird
does
thing.
Tonka.
Thanks, Nine. So before 2019, though, I was
Partly cloudy. I'm just going to quit my job.
So what's funny is that before 2019, I was a full-time DJ, but I always had a part-time job just to keep my resume active.
We'll
and,
quit
like,
that too.
Yeah, well, I would love to. That'd be amazing. But so in 2019, I got offered this job, like being a technology coordinator at a charter school, right? And then COVID hit. So I was like,
Yes.
it's kind of like a blessing. Yeah. Well, no, I was still working. I had to work the whole time.
Oh, yeah, you did
But I was
work,
saying
yeah.
I got through COVID because I had a job. You know what I mean? So I was like, I kind of was like a blessing in disguise. And then,
Got a 5-year plan.
yeah, I'm Sid from Big Daddy. So, do you have anything to add for Smoothie here? Do you have any questions for our co-host?
No, I've just been rolling with it. I knew it was going to be super. There was no prep.
Yeah, I don't like prepping. I think
I see him every day.
every day.
Yeah, I mean, come
I
on.
see him on Mondays.
lot, yeah.
You got to hang up and hang out Mondays. You know?
Do you wear sunglasses while you DJ?
Is that because of my sunglass tan, or is that
No, it was actually that's funny though. But no,
I
that,
literally
that
have
wasn't
a
my joke.
full-blown sunglass tan from Florida?
Yeah, he does.
All right, so Grizz gave me some questions that these guys were writing down for us. I'll go through these three here. So this one's for the group.
Oh my God, you guys are savages.
Oh God, I don't know if I can answer this. I feel bad if I get it
Okay,
wrong.
all right.
So,
Here, hold on.
What do you
I
think
thought I
about
was supposed to
that
get these
one?
first. Wasn't that the plan?
Well, you were talking. I felt bad interrupting you.
Another one to me.
Yeah, another one to me.
All right, this one's easy.
Yeah,
We'll try to bang these out as quick as possible.
Yeah,
I
so
guess we
some
can.
of them are going to be for Sean too, so make sure you filter.
Oh,
through
okay,
those.
fair enough.
How long have y'all known each other, and how did you meet? So Smooth, I'm not sure how we met. Was it Mad River?
Definitely.
Was it?
Had to be.
So how long ago was that?
I think we were playing on the same night, and you were in the lodge, and I'd come over before I started.
Yeah. That was always a thing at Mad River. For people that know, we're talking about Mad River Manioc. They had the lodge and then the small main room.
These are funny.
Oh, geez, are they? Oh, God. So maybe 5 years, 6 years?
Yeah, about that.
And then,
You've known Eddie for a long time.
yeah, I've known Eddie, what?
Too long.
Yeah, geez, he's like my brother, literally. He hates that I say
2000?
that.
No. 2009.
Since we're doing it in front of an audience, does anybody know, everybody hear the story of how I met Nine? Does anybody know that? No? Okay, so I'll tell that real quick.
You're going to tell it anyway.
Yeah, I like to talk. You remember? That's why I have a podcast. I love talking. So I went through this weird mohawk phase where I was wearing mohawks, and I was like, it was like, what, 6-7 inches off my head?
Yeah.
And, yeah, it was aggressive. And then I did like the Rick Vaughn, like things on the side. It was a weird time in my life, and I didn't really know like how to dress then. I was like, how do I dress? Like, I'm pretty sure like Jimmy Six can probably tell me how to dress. Be shout out to him. But I used to we were at Murmur, right? He was with a bunch of other DJs I knew, and we didn't know each other yet.
No.
I was wearing a collared shirt, suit vest, and like real tight jeans and some Chucks. I was really confused about how I should dress. So
At least you admit it.
yeah,
Confused about life?
Well, not life. I just didn't know how to dress. 'Cause I'm a t-shirt jeans guy, so I was like, how can I make this look like punk rock? I guess I don't know.
Well, Murmur also had a strict dress code at the
yeah.
time, so you kind of had to do like something different.
And I got in with Chucks because we walked in, I think, with Aiden Scott or somebody that knew the the GM there or whatever. It doesn't matter. So 9, first thing he does, why the fuck are you wearing a vest? Or something like that. And then I was like, yep, that's my friend. I'm going to be his friend now.
I used to drink a little bit at Murmur.
Yeah, who did it?
Smooth.
Well, you're not done. We're not done with this question yet.
What?
How did you meet Smooth?
Oh, I said go fast with these because actually these are all good. I like to go through.
Well, we still got like 25 minutes. You're good.
That's a good question. I'm not sure how I met you though at all.
I honestly don't remember.
Might have been a Vesper night or something like that. I really don't know.
Well, I think we had spoke through Instagram a couple times. Like I responded to some of your stuff.
Slid in his DMs?
Definitely a Vesper night.
Yeah.
It's going down the DMs.
Probably came up. It's like, I'm a DJ too.
Can I play the next song?
Smooth. What's the most you've ever spent on a cheesesteak?
Jeez. Is that a Shields question? Looks like Shields is chicken scratch.
I definitely have gotten.
Tell me you got the Davios one.
Nah, double meat.
I mean, where is the most expensive cheesesteak?
Steve's, probably like $19.
Steve's?
Now there's a gold one in Philly. It's like $100.
Well, I haven't eaten it.
I'm just saying. So the most you used to work at Steve's. So for people who don't know, he used to work at Steve's. Was that Prince of Steaks?
Prince
of Steaks on Conway and the Boulevard. We went there one night. We met up. Oh man, I was working at Parks and you were working somewhere. You're like, I'll meet you at Steve's. I was like, dude, that's like a half hour. I don't care. So we met there.
You like what you like.
And we walk in. He's like royalty. Everybody knew him. Fry cook knew him. Steak guy knew him. I think the only guy that didn't know was the guy at the cash register didn't know.
Yeah, he charged us full price.
Yeah, bastard. But we got us free sodas though. You know the soda guy. But he ordered a Whiz American without. Was it a without? Because I got without. But I'll never get a cheesesteak not like that ever again. That was
So
amazing.
you always order that now?
Yeah, literally. What do you got next?
For all of us, what's your guilty pleasure song right now?
Oof. I'm going to go
That's a
last.
good question.
I have mine.
Oh, yeah, what is it?
I'll go last though.
Oh, I said I was going last.
Guilty pleasure.
Yeah, he's the guest. We'll let him go first. Your go-to, so let's change it a little bit.
Because I'm trying to think of who sings it.
So your go-to song if the crowd's really not feeling you.
I'm looking it up.
Definitely ABBA, Gimme Gimme right now, I would say. That's been for a while.
Certain edit or?
There's like a Sergeant Slick edit.
Okay.
Kurt probably gave it to me.
Yeah, probably. Kurt is like the
yeah,
musical
duh.
genius over there. What I did, you're not paying attention, Kurt? Pay attention. You got to turn the speaker up?
So mine is Four Non-Blondes. What's going on?
Interesting.
Oh, man.
I've been busting that back out.
Oh, darn. Now it's on me.
Don't say Michael Jackson.
No, I can't. I know it's a go-to for me. To be honest, it's a Two Friends remix of a Blink-182 song, wow. I Miss You.
Wow.
Yeah, that's like my guilty pleasure song right now.
Okay. Tonka, what's the most you've spent on a pair of shoes?
I talked about this. Kev, what episode were you on? 3? Yeah, so episode 3, I talked about this. $350 on a pair of Kobe's.
That's not that bad.
That's not
I was expecting way worse.
I mean, considering right now what
Yeah, considering Montone's here.
Montone said, that's nothing.
Yeah.
Okay, yes. Okay, so who spent the most? So I got $350. You said $800 on that. Scooter, you got that beat at all? No?
Shoes are like a whole.
Did you hit the thousands really for a pair of sneakers? No way.
I need to get
Which
that
ones?
Scooter money.
Probably the ones he bought you.
Oh.
Oh, okay. That doesn't count.
Mine were expensive because of the size foot I have.
So, going off your question,
12
like
and a half.
sneakers are, like on my last episode, I don't know if you guys listen to my podcast at all, but so awkward. At last episode with David Mai, I was talking about how like he has like this incredible style, right, and like how he matches and does. Well, apparently matching is out, so like I have to learn how to dress now because matching isn't a thing, right? Because he's like, you have all these shoes. And I always make sure I match the shoes. He's like, well, I want you to try to go out one night and not match the shoes. I don't think I can do it. Because that's like me. You know what I mean? I was like, I don't know. What about you? Do you like do that when you're wardrobe? Or you're just throwing some pairs of shoes on?
I wear all black.
Well,
So
All the time.
yeah, but honestly, with me buying sneakers lately, yeah, I like my shirt to have some kind of color form to my sneaker.
Yeah.
Really much.
What about you, Smooth? I know you don't have a big sneaker.
I've dabbled a little bit.
Yeah,
I got some stuff for the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, you were dripped out for Super Bowl.
Dunks.
Yeah, sneakers. It's so weird. I have to like hold myself back and like.
I always get mine dirty, so then I stop.
So he
Stop wearing them.
sent me a picture of a pair of shoes he wanted. They were baby blue. I was like, please don't buy those. You're just gonna ruin them.
Let's see, for the group here.
Yeah, another group one.
When is the Real DJs of Philadelphia coming out? Oh my God.
That's definitely Shields or Dan.
Is that whose was that? Is that Shields?
He's trying to stir up drama.
Yeah. Okay. Next question.
I probably should have filtered that.
That's
whatever.
tough love, Shields. Tough love.
Okay, for the group, how long do you guys want to be DJing for? I'll go first.
Okay. It's about me.
Well, as things always progress as DJs, you kind of don't even know where you're going to be in like a year or two. You know, you kind of just go by the seat of your pants. You know, you kind of have this thing in your head, this mental note of how you want things to pan out. But I think it'll just happen organically when I stop.
Yep.
I think it'll just make sense. And
Yeah,
I'm
I feel
not going
the
to
same
say
way.
when I'm not going to say when I'm 45 I'm
Can't
done.
really
I'm
put
done.
a timetable on that, or really anything that you're passionate about.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, even if I do 1 gig a week, like
Sure.
I personally get a lot of enjoyment out of
Yeah.
DJing and playing music for people. So
That's actually
Yeah.
a good question. A good segue for a question for you. Now that your event group is moving in the direction it's moving, do you feel like you might get to a point where you're only DJing one night a week because you're so busy doing other things?
hopefully, yeah, I would definitely. I mean, I know that with some of the restaurants that are opening, we're going to have a lot more projects, I would say. But yeah, I would love to like travel and open some restaurants.
Oh, so is that something you're interested in?
Yeah, I mean, some of the stuff's in the works, but yeah, I would like to.
Everything's in the works with this guy.
Sheesh.
Must be nice to be.
I thought I knew you.
I know, right? I don't think I've ever heard you say you wanted to open a restaurant.
That's sick though.
What kind of a restaurant can you say?
I think just be involved. I don't want to like take on the full.
Like a
burden.
full
Let somebody else do all the
Yeah,
work.
exactly.
yeah, just put the money
Like
in,
a
right?
small partner.
It's not a bad gig.
So what is it, like an actual restaurant or kind of something like this where it's like a bar or restaurant?
I think I'm open to ideas. It has to obviously have nightlife.
Yeah.
That would be my role, but
Yeah, for sure. That's awesome, man. What else you got?
What's it like doing a podcast live?
To be honest, it's actually really cool. I love that you guys are actually engaged and looking.
I don't know if they're bored or if they're just smiling.
They're
'cause
just waiting to get their
It's
checks
just-
and get out of here.
I
But-
can't imagine it being much enjoyment. But
No, but everybody in this room, I always get feedback from, and I appreciate you guys even wanting to come out to listen to us talk. But this is definitely something I want to build and progress into doing bigger things. And we got another famous guy down there, Sean Brace. He's gonna be on in a little bit. He's famous. Look at him. I'm not famous. No, that's not me. Shout out to Fox Sports, The Gambler. Have you guys
Yes.
ever listened to his show?
oh yeah, and I can't wait to talk about it because that's how we met.
Yeah, that's how I met him.
Yeah.
Because I was subbing for you one night at PBR.
Yep.
And then he had me on, what was it, like a couple weeks ago? Maybe actually about a month ago he had me on. It was the coolest experience. People actually heard me on the radio. It was so cool.
Taking or getting oh my god, I started
God.
that funny. Taking or getting requests. How's it make you feel? Sorry. Taking or getting requests.
I'll go
How does it
first.
make you feel?
Depends how aggressive it is.
Wait,
right?
was that for Smooth or for the group?
It's for the group.
Okay. Can I go first?
It's your podcast.
Oh, is it my podcast? I thought it was Talking with Us. It's about me. So I actually had to.
Do you know that joke's about you?
Yeah.
That joke is about you.
I'm making fun of myself, obviously. So I think it was Grizz or somebody brought this up to me about requests, and I was like, I don't mind requests if the
You
night-
hate them, dude.
But let me finish. Everybody in this room knows my answer to that. Let me finish.
I know you better than you know
If it's a
yourself.
slow night, I encourage it, right? So say if, oh wow,
It's not true, dude.
you think I'm lying?
Have you guys ever seen him take a request before? You would think that they killed his dog or his cat.
I would say my cat. I don't have a dog.
It's like it's almost embarrassing and like for them to watch your face react to them asking for a song. I'm not exaggerating for the crowd. Like I see it and I'm like, oh my god, he's being mean again. They come up like this. They're like, hi, like in case you could fit it in.
That's
can
if
you
I
play
have even acknowledged they
No,
exist.
I'll see
Turns
if I-
into the Hulk.
But Eric, I want to just completely roast you right now. Eric likes to talk
face
in
red yet?
DJ technical terms to people that have no idea, obviously, what the hell we're talking about. So he'll be like, the beats per minute don't really match. And they're like, huh? Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
It doesn't really fit in my
It
set.
doesn't really fit in my
But
set.
I have had taken requests when it was like a slower night and like there's really no say but this room say if there's like 25 30 people here I'm going to take requests, right? Because I'm going to keep them here, keep the bar moving and stuff like that. So we'll pass the buck on to Smooth. What about you?
Yeah, let's take the attention away from
Yeah,
me.
I can feel how red my face is right now. I feel like it's burning through my skin.
So I usually don't mind, but I guess one of my pet peeves is like when someone walks up to you and shoves a phone in your face.
I hate that.
Especially like Dan jokes about it, put the Bad Bunny thing.
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah.
Like I guess that's a trend for the last couple months. Of
course,
or
yeah.
6 months. But
Year.
Longer than that.
when someone comes up to you and like politely asks, I have no problem with that. But when when you're working and someone just kind of shoves their phone in your face.
Yeah, the only condescending thing I say to people is when they shoved their phone in your face and they're right next to you when they could just ask you.
Right.
Right.
I always make the joke. I'm like, you have a sore throat? Like, why can't you speak right now? I say something along those lines, like something wrong with your voice, like you're right here.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, but I always try to cater to the crowd. So if people have requests,
What was the worst request you've ever gotten?
Oh gosh.
in the middle of a wedding, someone asked me to play Papa Roach Last Resort.
Oh, that's
I would have
awesome.
did it. I would have did it.
What?
They got full
Done.
dance floor.
So, full dance floor. What is that transition you used to do with Papa Roach Last Resort? You used to do something real creative in your in your party sets.
Oh man, I don't remember. It's been a while. That's a great question. Yeah, I got to bring that back, but I got to remember what I did.
Yeah, Nine used to have these party rock sets. They were so great. It was like a half hour, just bang, bang, bang.
I did it here my first time here.
Yeah.
My first Saturday here, which was funny because somebody came up to me here, and that was one of my strangest requests. They're like, yo, play Headstrong. I'm like, Trapped? I was like, holy shit. I mean, I know it's like an obvious song, but like I haven't heard anybody ever ask for that. And like, since it came out, maybe. I did it. It was dope.
Yeah.
I might have played Last Resort right after.
I want to say it was a couple Thursdays ago you were here. You did like a real 30-minute, maybe not 30 minutes, but it was like 20-minute like wedding set. It was awesome. I was like, I want the playlist because this was amazing.
Yeah, I dust some of them all. I actually shocked myself a little bit.
Yeah, he was like,
I had been drinking.
Unreal. So this question's for DJ 9. Will you ever be on the Jersey Shore reboot?
Yes.
Wait, what? For real?
Yes.
Oh, damn. Okay.
There's no reboot.
I thought maybe there was. I didn't know.
No, there's an episode coming up when they go to New Orleans. We're out there, Ray and I, and I think the whole time Paulie's DJing. We're in the section with the whole cast the entire night.
Oh, so you're definitely gonna be on the episode.
1000%.
So what happens with something like that? Are you signing papers? Like
Yeah, you have to go up to like where they have their whole production area and sign something, get a photo, and all that, so they don't have to blow your face out.
Yeah, for sure. Wow.
Yeah.
That must be a pain to try to do that.
It was worse when we actually COVID tested then too, and that was only
I remember you had to do that a lot.
all last summer, really.
Yeah,
All
when
this past summer.
they were filming constantly.
Yeah.
Wow. Damn. I'm so
Protocols.
I'm so glad that's over, man. That was
Yeah.
the worst. Look,
I think I have to submit something for Mexico. Is Mexico still strict with that stuff? Oh, nice. Thanks, bud. Shout out to Montone.
Thanks, Power.
Yeah, you were out there not too long ago. Oh, that's awesome.
The gig he does, man.
Because even Canada was late on that stuff too. We were doing that. We were getting tested. Yeah, this past summer,
Damn.
and then they lifted it.
Did
afterwards.
you ever see that event he does in Mexico?
Yeah.
Montone? That thing is wild.
Yeah,
They
dude.
have like, I feel like half of the top 10 artists in the world.
Oh,
there.
yeah.
Yeah. That must be the coolest.
What's the capacity on that beach like that? 8,000. Oh, really?
Wow, looks more than that.
Yeah, it looks like a ton. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Sure. Wow.
Man.
Yeah, that's sick, dude.
So for people that don't know, we're talking to DJ Montone. He's one of the...
Yeah. Is it OG? out here?
Yeah, for sure. I think, what did I say? I forget what I called you on my podcast.
Oh, yeah, you've been on his podcast.
Yeah, he was on. And that's funny. I think that was the longest conversation I've ever had with Montone, too. I think that was the longest conversation. Big sneaker guy. So I also had something I want to try to get smooth into. I want to try to get him in some other sneakers in his
Don't
rotation.
have him fall into your traps, dude, with spending unnecessary money he doesn't need to.
I already do that anyway.
Yeah.
On cheesesteaks?
Is that a fat joke?
No, it wasn't a fat joke. It was a money joke.
Having a good time up here?
Yeah. Where's Shields at?
Want to bring Sean on?
Yeah. Yeah, so we're going to round out this episode. So thank you, everybody, for listening to episode 10, Talking with Tonka. We got, my buddy DJ Smooth, co-host DJ 9. So we're going to take a really quick intermission so these guys can use the restroom. We're going to bring up Sean Brace, going to do a little Philly sports roundtable for you guys. And Gritz is going to come around with some questions for that episode as well. So if you have any Philadelphia sports-related questions that you would like to hear Sean talk about, please let us know. Thank you all for tuning in. This episode, for the people listening at home, is going to come out Thursday, 8 o'clock. And then episode 11 will be posted the following week, so next Thursday, 8 o'clock as well. Thank you all for hanging out. See you in just a little bit. Peace.